Hello everybody, I'm Karryshh and let's talk about a cursed movie from Korea. Remember Sadako, our famous Japanese ghost? Well, this is something similar but in Korea. We're gonna see a cursed videotape that is unaliving people who watch it. This time there is no deadline of 7 days. The ghost can come for you anytime it wants. The movie is called Don't Click and honestly was a fun watch. The video quality is a bit poor but that's what I expect from the internet of 2025. Anyway, if you're new, subscribe, like this video 200 times and share it with your friends. Connect with me on Instagram cause why not? If you got snacks, well and good. If you don't, I don't care. Still watch the video till end. As a recap, Don't Click, Korean horror. The story begins with a dark ritual. Now we don't know who's performing it, but a doll is being used. After the ritual ends, we see a girl walking toward a warehouse where I think the ritual was being performed earlier. Then suddenly a dark force grabs her and drags her inside. All of this gets recorded on CCTV. From there we're shown how in today's world everything is being watched through cameras. The scene then shifts to a girl named Jeong-mi who dreams of becoming a dancer. Today she uploads a hot belly dance video online and it was something she also makes money from. We're also introduced to Jeon-hook who is a skilled software engineer and he's dating a girl named Si-hee. Si-hee works in a store and she happens to be Jeong-mi's older sister. At the time though, Si-hee was mad at Jeon-hook because he was talking to another girl. To make things worse, she comes across her sister's belly dance video and she gets furious. Later that day, Jeong-mi comes to meet her sister only to be scolded by her. We learn that the two sisters live alone and their mother has passed away and their father works in America. After a while, Jeong-mi leaves to hang out with some friends at a restaurant. The three of them start talking about a cursed video that had been banned from the internet. And that's when Jeon-hook shows up. Now you see, Jeon-hook wants Jeong-mi to convince her sister to forgive him so they can date properly again. Jeong-mi agrees, but only if he gets her access to those blocked videos. They both strike a deal and meanwhile Si-hee gets a strange love message from an unknown number which scares her. She feels like someone is watching her through CCTV cameras and she complains about this to her boss, but he brushes it off, which makes her furious and in the end she quits her job. On the other hand, Jeon-hook goes to his office and starts pulling out a bunch of blocked videos, but none of them will copy onto his flash drive because they are restricted. However, just as he was looking away for a second, one of the videos copies itself onto the drive. Now he thinks he has finally succeeded, but actually that video was cursed. Anyway, that night, Jeong-mi tries to convince her sister to talk to her boyfriend again, but she refuses. After this, Jeon-hook gives the video to Jeong-mi and she doesn't waste any time watching it. The moment she starts the video, the lights flicker and a CCTV camera inside her room switches on by itself and it starts recording her. Now you see, the cursed video contained 108 clips and as soon as Jeong-mi begins watching, strange things also start happening to Si-hee in her room as well. Anyway, the first clip shows the same ritual we saw at the start of the movie. The doll is being cut open, its stomach is stuffed with rice and hair, then its eye is sewn shut, and then it was tied with a red string before being sealed inside a chest filled with water. The girl performing the ritual even lets her blood drip into the water, and while watching, Jeong-mi gets a call from one of her online friends who happens to be an online influencer. After chatting a bit, Jeong-mi ends up sending her the cursed videotape as well and her friends opens it immediately and starts watching. Meanwhile at home, Jeong-mi tries to show the cursed video to her sister, but Si-hee was busy. She was talking to a girl named Hae-jin, and Hae-jin is the girl Jeon-hook was talking to. Si-hee assumed that there was an affair going on between the two, but she was wrong, and tonight she finds out that Jeon-hook was loyal. Now Jeong-mi wasn't interested in her sister's love story, so she plays the cursed video again on Si-hee's laptop this time, but this time it starts differently. The video shows a man together with a drunk woman doing something you know what, and after just a glimpse of that, Si-hee kicks Jeong-mi out, saying that there's nothing weird about this video. Jeong-mi goes back to her own room and she keeps on watching, but this time the footage shows a white space with a white closet. The closet in the video then opens, and at the same moment, her real closet in her room opens by itself. She notices it, goes over to check, but finds nothing inside. For a split second though, we can see a spirit that she doesn't notice. Then when she tries to turn the video off, it won't stop playing. A ghost crawls out of the closet in the footage, and it scares Jeong-mi so badly that she screams. Then, Sihi storms in, and she was furious from the noise. That's why she takes the flash drive away with her. Now you see, after this, all the CCTV cameras around him seem to be focusing on these two sisters. Then later that night, Jeong-mi gets tired of studying. She puts on some music and starts belly dancing in her room, and meanwhile, the internet influencer she had sent the cursed video finishes watching the whole thing. At the very end, the girl sees footage of herself, even though no one was recording her. Terrified, she runs away and calls Jeong-mi for help, but Jeong-mi doesn't answer. Shaken with fear, the girl somehow makes it to her building and takes the elevator up to 12th floor, but instead of going up, the elevator takes her down to the basement. She was horrified, and then the lights go out. The door of the elevator won't close either, and suddenly, a lot of uncooked rice fall inside the elevator. She panics and she bolts into the basement, and that's where the elevator door slams shut. In the pitch dark, she struggles to breathe until out of nowhere, a terrifying spirit attacks her. Now here the girl runs for her life, back towards the elevator. She opens the elevator door again, and as she rushes inside, she realizes that the elevator isn't actually there, and that's why she falls straight down the shaft. The girl screams for a while, trapped inside, until the spirit sends the elevator crashing down on her, unaliving her brutally. The next day at school, Jeong-mi is called to the office. There she gets a shock. You see, someone had filmed her belly dancing video the night before and uploaded it online. The video is now everywhere, but let me just tell you, the video was uploaded by the ghost. Jeong-mi now starts to get really scared, and during class, she suddenly thinks that her body is filled with rice and hair. Obviously, she screams and horrifies everyone around her, and from then on, the evil spirit constantly torments her wherever she goes. That's why she begins to believe that the curse is real. Then on her way home on the subway, Jeong-mi gets into a fight with some schoolgirls who were secretly recording her without permission. That fight video also goes viral on the internet, and by the end of the day, she is flooded with hateful comments. This pushes her to the edge, and Jeong-mi starts replying to everyone online in a hateful way. But then suddenly, she feels like her fingers have been cut off, even though they were perfectly fine. Then Sihi comes in and she was furious again. She yells at her sister for posting such strange videos on the internet. Jeong-mi insists that she never uploaded anything online, but Sihi doesn't believe her. Not only this, at this point Jeong-mi feels like she has to find a way to end this curse or it will end her life. That's why she runs away, and now she desperately searches Sihi's room and manages to steal back the flash drive. However, Sihi isn't gonna let her take that away that easily, and this leads the sister into a fight. In the end, Jeong-mi somehow managed to lock herself in her room, and she keeps on watching the cursed video, hoping to find some kind of solution. But instead, she sees her online friend's murder. The unalignment of that influencer somehow end up in that flash drive. We finally find out that after the girl fell into the elevator shaft, she was still alive, and the spirit kept recording her. Her hair got caught in some sort of machine, and the machine torn off her hair badly. This happens before the elevator was dropped on the influencer and she died horribly. Watching that leaves Jeong-mi in shock, and terrified she hides inside her closet for a long time. But when she finally musters up the courage to come out, her computer starts typing by itself. Now seeing this, Jeong-mi runs to see his room. Jeong-mi crawls into her sister's bed with her and she cries. She says that she is cursed and she doesn't want to die. She still doesn't believe her and she just thinks that her sister is losing her mind. But Jeong-mi clings to her as she sobs until she finally says that she will help if the curse is really real. Now comforted, Jeong-mi calms down and Sihi falls back asleep. But in the middle of the night, Jeong-mi gets up, heads to the kitchen, and Sihi follows her. She finds her cracking raw eggs onto a hot pan, and then Jeong-mi shoves them into her mouth straight from the skillet. Sihi tries to stop her, but Jeong-mi has completely lost control. She attacks Sihi, and for a moment, it looks like she's about to unalive her. Instead, she suddenly bowls away and locks herself inside her room. Horrified, Sihi now calls Jeon-hook and begs him to come over, but before he arrives, a dark force has ransacked Sihi's room. Not only this, now the cursed video is playing on her laptop. But Sihi managed to shut it down on time. However, now she finally believes that the curse is real. After this, Jeon-hook arrives and Sihi immediately make him install cameras all over the place to keep an eye on Jeong-mi. They even hide one camera inside a teddy bear and link it to Sihi's phone so that she can watch her sister at all times. Right then the power goes out and Sihi and Jeon-hook head down to the basement to switch it back on. There for a brief moment they see Jeong-mi's evil version standing in a dark corner, and it was clear now the curse has completely taken hold of her. After this, Jeon-hook goes to Jeong-mi's room and he gives her the teddy bear with a hidden camera inside, but Jeong-mi there locks the door and she tries to seduce him. Luckily, Sihi saw everything through the camera and she opens the door and pulls him away. Now after Jeong-hook leaves, we see possessed Jeong-mi and she stays up entire night and watches the entire video. In the end, there's only one clip remaining, and when she plays it, whatever she saw inside terrifies her so much that she shuts the computer off. Meanwhile, Sihi falls asleep while monitoring her sister, and Jeong-mi picks up the teddy bear, grabs a knife from the kitchen, and goes towards Sihi's room. She was about to stab her, but suddenly Sihi wakes up and realized it was just a nightmare. However, when she really wakes up, she sees that Jeong-mi is gone. The cameras haven't recorded anything either, and the teddy bear with the camera is missing as well. She immediately tracks the teddy bear and finds Jeong-mi's location, and on the other side, Jeon-hook confronts his boss about the blocked website where those videos came from, and this is where a truth came out. You see, a long time ago, a video had been uploaded showing a man doing some strange bad stuff with a drunk woman, but that video was fake. Actually, two teenage girls had edited that video. In reality, the man was actually helping the woman, and that edited clip ruined his life. He unalived himself, his wife died of a heart attack, and their daughter was bullied so badly online that she live-streamed her own unalivement. However, as she was unaliving, the website was shut down, and before dying, the daughter performed a ritual that created that cursed video. Here, Jeon-hook finally pieces the whole story together, and meanwhile we see Jeong-mi, and she was at the house where the daughter unalived herself. She was determined to break the curse, and you see that house is the same house we saw in the beginning of the movie. I actually mistook that for a warehouse. Meanwhile, Sihi sees her sister going into that house on camera feed, and she rushes out to save her. She calls Jeon-hook, but Jeon-hook tells her that he was the one who gave Jeong-mi that cursed video. And this revelation devastates Sihi, but she keeps on going to save her sister. At night, Sihi finally reaches the ritual house, and inside it's pitch dark. There were broken dolls scattered everywhere, and in one closet, she finds the decapitated head of the daughter who created the curse. This completely freaks her out, and right then, Jeon-hook shows up to calm her down. That's when they both finally see Jeong-mi, and she was frantically looking for that cursed doll so she can end the curse. Sihi runs to her sister, and Jeong-mi explains that the only way to end the curse is to burn that cursed doll. Jeong-mi now also understands why this cursed video was made in the first place, because no one believed that girl's story. The entire world bullied the girl, and they even call her father a sexual predator. Now suddenly, through a phone's camera, Jeon-hook sees the spirit of the daughter, and it shows them a hidden room where the ritual was done. Inside there were a lot of photos, and from him it's clear that the girl loved that cursed doll very much when she was alive. That's when Jeong-mi finds the chest filled with water. She breaks the lock, pulls the doll out, and with her friends, she immediately sets it on fire. Everyone thinks the curse is finally over, and Sihi even burns the flash drive. The three of them go back home, but of course, we know that this story isn't over yet. Now, once they're home, Sihi puts Jeong-mi to bed, and when she and Jeon-hyuk were talking, someone sent Sihi the video of the daughter from the time when she was unaliving herself. The video was recorded by a CCTV camera, and watching that terrifies Sihi, and right then Jeong-mi screams. They both run into her room, where a video is playing on a TV, and that spirit in the video was moving towards their house. At the same time, the same video started playing on Jeon-hyuk's phone, and panicked, they all try to escape from a window. However, there were CCTV's cameras everywhere, and Jeong-mi completely freaks out watching them. She collapses to the ground and screams, crying cause the spirit was getting closer, and that's why Jeon-hyuk pushes a wardrobe against the door. He tries to buy him some time, and he realizes that if he cuts the power of the entire house, the spirit won't be able to broadcast itself through any electronics. Now Jeon-hyuk runs towards the basement to shut everything down, but the spirit follows him in the basement. Soon after that, every broken TV around Jeon-hyuk switches on by itself. Jeon-hyuk now tries to reach the fuse box, but he couldn't, cause the same torture done to that doll during the ritual start happening to him. His stomach slashes open, his one eye is gouged out, and he feels the stitches. Still he crawls, and he finally gets to the fuse and cuts the power before dying horribly. Now as the power go out, Sihi grabs her sister and tries to escape, but then the lights in the whole house begin to flicker cause the spirit isn't gone, and Jeon-hyuk's plans has failed. Just as the sisters were about to make it out, the spirit grabs Jeong-mi, lifts her up into the air, and drags her back into the house and locks the gate shut. Sihi was trapped outside and she was helpless. Inside, chaos erupts. Furniture flies, glass shatters, and Jeong-mi is brutally injured. A chandelier crashes down on her, which left her bleeding horribly. The demonic spirit now plays Jeong-mi's own death video on the TV, and Jeong-mi tries to crawl toward her sister, who was outside the window. Sihi holds her sister tightly and she tries to pull her through the window, but in that struggle, she gets injured as well, and then some wires came slithering, and they wrap around Jeong-mi's neck and hang her right in front of Sihi. She watches her sister die, but she needed to do something. That's why Sihi climbs on top of the roof, and she breaks into the house from another way. But by the time she gets back inside, it was too late. The curse has unalived Jeong-mi, and in shock and grief, Sihi destroys every electronic device in the house. Then in the end, she finds a phone showing roof footage, meaning the spirit was on the rooftop. She goes back up, and there she comes face to face with the girl's spirit. Now you see, the spirit cannot kill Sihi because she wasn't cursed, but it suddenly terrifies her so much that she falls from the roof. After falling down, Sihi was badly injured and the spirit vanishes. The next morning, the police and ambulance arrive. They load Sihi into the ambulance, but now Sihi saw cameras looking at her from everywhere. Sihi started screaming, and we figure out that the curse has driven her insane. Basically, the curse lives on. Whoever will watch the video will die. The film ends with a chilling acknowledgement that we all just watched the cursed videotape and we all are cursed. But that's not true, so worry not. Now, this was the recap video of the movie Don't Click, Korean horror, and I give this movie a 7 out of 10. It successfully gives away the creepy vibe that I like in horror movies. It has some chilling scenes as well, like when the ghost suddenly dragged Jeong-mi away. Now you tell me your rating and your favorite scene in the comment box. Anyway, if you have liked this video, I want you to give this a thumbs up, share it with your friends and subscribe. Everything is free for you and it helps me out a lot. You can join my Telegram to stay updated about this channel, but you must connect with me on Instagram if you want to chat personally. There's also my mystery channel where I post about supernatural mysteries, so go join that. I thank you all to watch this video. Now stay safe, stay happy, spread kindness into this world, and now I see you all in the next one. Till then, stay awake, cause they always see you.